Hey everyone, thank you for tuning back into my channel. I am Kate, here with a major announcement, in my opinion. If you don't mind quickly grabbing a piece of paper and a pen for me, and I'll tell you why here in just a moment, but I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds to grab a piece of paper and a pen. And if you can't find one, just pause it. I'll be right here when you get back. All right, so now that you've got your paper and your pen, the first thing I want you to do, and marker, pencil, whatever, something to write with. The first thing I want you to do at the top of that paper is write, I can do it. Because what I am announcing today is the Doing All the Things challenge, right? So what is this challenge? What are all the things? Well, it's a pretty extensive list, I'll tell you that. It's a good thing I love a challenge. So anyone else there who likes a challenge, loves a challenge, this is definitely gonna be for you. Now, obviously, yes, I'm going to attempt to do all of these things for 30 days. Now, the reason I had you get the pen and paper wasn't just to give yourself an affirmation, a really strong, good personal belief, but so that you could jot down maybe some of the things you might want to do on this challenge. Maybe you don't want to do all of them. Maybe you're going to be okay with giving up one thing. Maybe you want to challenge yourself to something that's not even on the list, which, hey, I highly recommend that as well. At least, you know, ultimately you're not alone, you know, in going through a challenge. You're gonna have me here doing this challenge with you. So let's get right into what is the Doing All the Things challenge with Kate. It is going to consist of no alcohol, no weed, no cigarettes, walking 5 times a week, 2 miles. So I do already have this hill that I walk 5 times a week. It's just over 2 miles. So I'm going to continue to do that. Now I was considering, if you're out there and you're thinking, man, I don't want to do 2 miles, but maybe I'll do 1. Let me know. I'm happy to walk 1 mile on the 2 days that I don't do the 2 miles. I've been considering that so that I am getting some exercise every single day. So again, if you're out there and you want to do that, let me know. I'm thinking about adding 1 mile in twice a week. And again, keep it simple. Figure out something that works for you. Continuing on with this list, I am going to be doing Pilates with a resistance band, 20 minutes, 5 times a week as well. Now, if you've ever done Pilates, you know that you can get really sore. And so what I'm recommending to myself, what I am allowing myself to do is, if I'm too sore to do 20 minutes with the resistance band, then maybe I'm gonna do 10 minutes or a mindful cool down, or maybe even some yoga. So part of this list is also about flexibility. Hey, these are the goals, but if I'm too sore, it's not smart to keep pushing through, right? So you have to rest while still maintaining and adhering to trying to reach your goals. So Pilates there with those alternatives. Now, I did randomly write this one down. I don't know where this came from, and I don't expect anybody to really have this goal, but hey, it does say increase income by 5,000. Yes, I did make this list. And it just came to mind, so I said, why not? And by income, I mean like just cash, money, assets, anything by 5,000. Okay. Moving on. This one I really love. It's eating the 30 different plants a week. That is something I have been implementing. And I'll talk more about what I've been doing, because trust me, this isn't like I'm just doing all this overnight. You'll see I actually started to implement a lot of these things about a year ago. So this has been a year in the works. And so just an example of what I've been doing with the 30 plants is essentially just making a list of 30 different plants I intend to eat that week, and then incorporating them into my meals. That's been a pretty simple way for me to keep track and make sure that I am eating 30 different plants a week. Not only that, there are going to be a lot of plugs for my own videos in this video, but because they are helpful. So again, about a year ago, I did eating 30 different plants a week, and have a few different weeks of how you can accomplish doing that, 30 different plants per week. Now, another thing I'm pretty passionate about is fasting. So I'm going to incorporate, as I have been doing, intermittent fasting. Now my plan is doing one 36-hour fast per week. Again, part of these goals, on top of daily fasting between 16 and 18 hours, but well, 16 and 20, I don't know. I'm just gonna fast every day with a minimum of 16 hours per day, and that one 36-hour fast per week. And we'll talk throughout the journey about dirty fasting, clean fasting, what I'm gonna be doing. I just want to try and keep this video a bit more concise, as it is such an extensive challenge, and to get through all of these things I intend on doing or not doing. So, and also, if you want to fast and you're feeling discouraged, like, man, 16 hours is a long time, or maybe you've got medications you need to take, or whatever the case may be, start slow. Maybe just fast for 12 hours for 1 week. See how that is for you, see how that feels. I also highly recommend just fasting and like just tracking where you're at already, essentially. Download an app, set the timer when you stopped eating. Maybe you're already fasting and you don't realize it. Maybe you're so close to a 12-hour fast every day. So highly recommend downloading an app, if even just to see where you're currently at. Again, starting somewhere is better than not starting at all. I also intend on eating low carb. So not quite 20 carbs per day, not that low, I don't think. Again, I don't know. Lower carb is what the plan is. How many carbs per day, I don't know. So that's something that's kind of up in the air. And again, it's about starting somewhere, maybe not knowing everything right this moment and figuring it out along the way. And again, you're not alone. I'll be here with you. I do plan on trying to incorporate 1 minute of mindfulness a day. That's really not a lot. And I plan on just using the app on my Apple Watch to get in that 1 minute of mindfulness every day. Sleep, and this one's going to be a little tricky for me, but I am going to really do my best to sleep between 6 and 8 hours a night. Also, to keep you guys updated daily with my super huge doing all the things challenge, checking in with you all. And I am hoping that, you all are going to participate in something within this challenge or your own challenge as well, and that you'll be checking in with us here too in the comments, sharing your experience. I would love that. I also intend on working my scheduled shift. That's a whole thing in and of itself. Drinking 3 bottles of water a day. Now, I know a lot of people may not care for bottled water, so maybe just drinking 3 bottles of water that work for you. For me, it is about doing what's easiest, and I know I'm gonna drink bottles of water, especially when they're so convenient and I can take them with me and I can leave them laying around all over my home. And you're gonna see one of my favorite things to do with a water bottle that I've finished drinking throughout this journey. So it's just something that I enjoyed doing. You'll see that. I also intend on drinking black or green tea daily, and or both. I do love my unsweetened green and black teas, so that is on my list. I did write cook at home daily. I'm pretty sure that one is not going to succeed, and that's okay. Now the other things, there's just 2 other things here. One is closing my rings on my Apple Watch daily. I'm kind of torn on that one. We'll see what I end up doing there. The other goal throughout this 30 days is to work on something that really inspires you. When I'm talking about, pursuing or putting some effort into something that you're passionate about, something that matters to you over these 30 days as well. What I'm referring to for me in my own case is my Kate Heart project. If you're not familiar with it, you will be probably by the end of this journey. But it is a project that has been very dear to me for a very long time. It is very important. It is essentially where I capture random hearts and pretty much anything. As a matter of fact, this is something I'm working on and also intend to finish hopefully over the next few days. But these hearts are ones I've found. I've actually got a bunch of books I've also made regarding those hearts. A year's worth of videos on the YouTube channel, my Instagram. But anyway, so my goal with capturing all these hearts is to be in the Guinness World Records for having captured the most hearts. Clearly, I need to start putting in an application and really getting that into the works. But it is something I also intend on doing throughout this challenge. And so hope that, you know, you can find something that maybe you've been putting off and really want to actually put some effort into. Now is the time. You know, maybe we can all help each other throughout this with our projects. So again, a ton of things here. I love a good challenge. I hope you all love a good challenge. And if you do, again, here we go. Let's do this. So I do also want to say I am essentially starting this today. It is Saturday. Now, what I mean by starting this today is because that 36-hour fast, I usually do it on Saturday. I started late Saturday night and I end it Monday morning, late morning, afternoon. So I'm gonna get started on this doing all the things challenge already. Again, I hope to see, you know, you all with me through this and accomplishing some of the things maybe you've been attempting to do and just haven't done it yet. So I hope to see you participating along. And again, welcome to this new Doing All the Things challenge. For anybody who enjoys a good challenge, needs a reset, or just is bored, maybe looking for something to do. One other thing I wanted to share, so I did write June 1st goals. In goals, I put get objectives accomplished, loving self, because this journey over the next 30 days is also about really just loving yourself. And if that's maybe the only thing you do over the next 30 days, I invite you to do that. Be kind and love yourself. You know, say something nice to yourself. And hopefully on your list, you've written down a couple of things you want to do with me. I look forward to sharing this experience. And again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. You're going to be, you know, well, for one, let's see if I can do it, right? So make sure to subscribe to see if I'm even going to be able to accomplish this. I'll see you guys here soon.